Hello and welcome to Indie Cigar Reviews. I am going to be reviewing the Camacho, probably going to say this very wrong, again I'm a white boy so give me some credit. Camacho Havana Diademas, it's again probably very wrong, but it is a 8x60 Figurado size. Very large, somewhat, I don't really want to say this, but I guess joint looking cigar. Yes, it looks like a very large quantity, something else that I should not be smoking on YouTube. But it's not, so it's okay. Very nice, fairly veiny. Seams are, they're tight, but they're definitely very visible. Single cap on this. Now, I watched a review for this in the past, and the man described it as having a citrusy tone to the smell, and I thought he was absolutely crazy. He looked kind of crazy too, but it really does. So I kind of feel bad. Could have left a comment saying roughly the same thing. So note to self: I'm a ginger jackass. But yeah, definitely has a citrus smell to it. I'm not sure if I'll have a taste of that, but we shall see. So, been talking for about a minute and a half when I should be chopping this baby up and smoking. And with Figuros, Perfectos, everything that has this little nipple at the end of it, I'm not sure what it's actually called, but it looks like a nipple, so I'm calling it a nipple. You can either chop it off to get directly to the smoke, or personally what I do is just light it up, keep it nice and even. And it will actually burn down and taper to a perfect burn, or it's supposed to in theory. We'll see if it actually does. A little bit of tobacco in my mouth. It could be from the wrong cut though. Probably not the cigar manufacturer's problem. So I will allow this to fix itself, and I will get back to you once the cigar starts to heat up. And the smoke does have kind of a citrus taste to it. Very interesting. Alright, speak to you then. Alright, so started to heat up. Burn's already going pretty crooked. Again, not bad enough for a touch-up, but it is noteworthy. Smoke is actually very smooth, very cool. I actually had to slow down a little bit because I was puffing it too fast, so it was beginning to get hot because it's actually very good. Very smooth smoke. That citrusy undertone actually is there. It's not really pronounced, but if you really try to taste it, you can. Minor sweetness, mostly just a minorly charred wood with a sweet, like a outside with that little bit of citrus in it. Very interesting actually. I bought 10 of these from cigarbid.com for $39. They're supposed to retail for about $150 for a box. They're not worth that much, but for 40 bucks for 8 inches, 60 ring gauge, very good deal actually in terms of what they are. I'm actually quite surprised with this, so I will keep on smoking and get back to you at halfway point. Alright, just a quick update. One burn fixed itself. Still a little wonky, but not bad at all. Also, despite the cigar's length, and normally Churchill's, Presidentes, longer cigars period, this is not either of those, and it's, as I'd said, an 8x60 Figueroa. They tend to hold, you tend to have to puff a little more commonly in order to actually have it maintain that correct temperature, in order to actually maximize the flavors, the burns, everything of that nature. For this, it's actually the complete opposite. If you puff more than once every 50 to 60 seconds, it gets really, really hot and the smoke gets really harsh. So I've since then slowed down dramatically. It's no longer harsh. The smoke's back to being very, very smooth. The citrus taste is still there. It's actually gotten a lot sweeter. If you take grapefruit, for example, and put sugar on it and like lick that, it's kind of what it tastes like. It's very airy taste to it. Like it's very mild, but still there. Still a very good cigar. Just if you do smoke one of these, be warned, you need to smoke slow because they will begin to get very, very hot. The end will get squishy very, very quickly. So bear that in mind. Alright, down at the halfway point. Changes, none really. For being a big cigar, it's very, very mild, no lightheaded sensations, no numbness of the tongue, nothing. Very, very mild cigar. It's actually a pretty fast burner. I've been smoking this for a little under 20 minutes, and 8 inches has turned into this. Very, very fast. It's still by no means short. I mean, there's still a pretty good chunk of it left, and the burn could possibly slow down. But currently, it's a very, very fast burner. Still good, same citrusy, sweet, woodsy taste to it. Smoke still very smooth, just have to make sure you don't puff it too fast. Other than that, pretty much the same. We'll see how it gets towards the band point. Alright, just took off the band. It's actually gotten a lot stronger. It was a very, very mild cigar. Now it's medium. At times, oddly, it's almost full bodied. There's times where randomly you'll smoke it and you'll get a full on like tobacco nicotine kick to it. It's really quite interesting. I smoked a lot of cigars and never had one to where it goes back and forth continuously. I've had ones where as it develops and goes down more, it gets stronger, but not to where it goes from being really light to really strong. I'm not sure what causes that. I'm actually going to research that and hopefully have some answers for you before I finish this video. But yes, still a very good cigar. Currently we are at an hour and 3 minutes. But still, for being 8 inches and it's almost being done, that's, again, very fast burner. So I will start Googling things and asking friends about what this could possibly mean, why I would do that, and I'll have an answer for you as well as one final update. Alright, we are on the final bit of the cigar. Putting this out right now because it tastes absolutely terrible. No further transitions. As with most cigars, to get to the nub, a lot of them tend to have... personally, they tend to taste pretty bad. I've had some really premium cigars that didn't happen to, but most cigars I've had, even some premiums, when you get to the nub part of it, it really doesn't taste very good at all. It gets smoke, it's very hot, somewhat tends to burn your throat. As for the problem we were having in terms of the strength, I looked it up. Apparently certain cigars have varying types of tobacco in them. I actually knew this, but I did not already know, is that if it's, sorry, it's very smoky in here. What I did not know is that because of the varying wrappers, cigars, leaves, etc., they tend to sometimes create uneven burn. So for example, if you're smoking a cigar and one happens to be more of one leaf than the next, it'll dramatically affect the flavor and the strength. It also creates transitions in cigars, which is something I personally love, but it can also create a very inconsistent strength factor to it. I kind of forgot what I was going to say for a second there. So yeah, overall very good cigar for being 8 inches by 60 ring gauge. Not very long. Totally clocked in at 1 hour and 12 minutes. still, good cigar. I enjoyed it. I'll definitely age them. I have a box of 10. That was one, so I have 9 left. I will age them for a while, possibly do follow-up if they're vary in terms of taste, or if they get better. I will actually start reviewing more high-end cigars soon. They've been sitting in my humidor for about a month and a half. So I'll start reviewing some Gurkhas, my father's, Arturo Fuentes, etc., in the near future, as well as a Tatiana Mocha, which is not a high-end cigar, but it's something I personally happen to really enjoy. So I will be reviewing those shortly. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. As always, if you liked it, hit like. If not, it's entirely up to you. We all have freedom of speech after all. And if we have freedom of speech, I imagine we have freedom to click a mouse on the thumbs down button. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, enjoy what I have to say, or simply want to show pity, like I said, I'll take it however I can get it. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great morning. Well, actually, afternoon, technically speaking. So have a good afternoon. Thank you for your